The power of discipline. Brian Tracy's The Power of Discipline is one of the most practical and transformational books ever written about achieving success through self-control, consistency, and inner strength. It teaches a timeless truth. Success is not an accident, it is the result of discipline. Brian Tracy explains that discipline is the master key to wealth, happiness, health, and peace of mind. No matter your goals, personal, professional, or spiritual, nothing works until you do. And what makes you work, even when you don't feel like it, is discipline. This book is a roadmap for developing that mental muscle to help you stop procrastinating, conquer laziness, and take full control of your destiny. Let's explore its wisdom in detail. The foundation of success, discipline. Brian Tracy begins by destroying popular myth that successful people are lucky or gifted. He says success is predictable. Success is not a miracle. It is the result of doing certain things in a certain way every single day. What separates the top 10% of people from the rest is not intelligence, background, or talent, it is self discipline. Discipline means doing what you should do when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not. The disciplined person acts according to values and goals. The undisciplined person acts according to moods and impulses. The first step toward greatness is accepting this truth. You are fully responsible for your life. When you stop blaming others and start disciplining yourself, life transforms. The miracle of self control. Brian Tracy defines self control as the ability to make yourself do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Every time you control your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, you strengthen your self respect. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you weaken it. He writes, discipline is self respect in action. The more you practice discipline, the easier it becomes. It's like a muscle, the more you use it, the stronger it gets. You can't control external events, but you can always control your response. That power of self mastery is what gives you freedom. The law of cause and effect. Tracy reminds us that everything happens for a reason. Every result has a cause, every effect has a root. If you do what successful people do, you'll eventually get the same results. If you do what average people do, you'll get average results. This means success is not about luck, it's about laws of behavior. He calls this the iron law of the universe. So, if you want to change your results, stop focusing on luck or circumstances, focus on your actions. Discipline means you consciously choose causes that lead to the effects you desire. If you sow discipline, you will reap success. The seven disciplines for success. Brian Tracy identifies seven key areas of discipline that shape your destiny. Discipline of clarity. Know exactly what you want. Write down your goals in detail. Set deadlines and review them daily. Without clarity, you drift. With clarity, you progress. Success begins with deciding what you really want and why. Discipline of planning. Every minute is spent planning saves 10 minutes in execution. Plan your day, week, and life with intention. When you plan, you gain control. When you drift, you become controlled by circumstances. Failing to plan is planning to fail. Discipline of action. No matter how great your plans are, nothing happens until you act. Tracy insists on developing a bias for action. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Start where you are with what you have. Winners are those who take massive, consistent action. Discipline of time management. Time is your most valuable resource. Discipline means saying no to distractions and focusing on what truly matters. Use the 80-20 rule. 80% of results come from 20% of efforts. Identify those critical few tasks and do them first every day. He advises guard your time like you guard your money. Once lost, it never returns. Discipline of courage. Courage doesn't mean you have no fear, it means you act despite fear. Discipline helps you move through fear instead of being paralyzed by it. Do the thing you fear, and the death of fear is certain. Each act of courage builds confidence. Each avoidance of fear strengthens weakness. Discipline of persistence. The greatest test of discipline is your ability to stay consistent, especially when results are slow. Every great success story is one of persistence. People who kept going when others quit. There are no failures, only quitters. Persistence is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Discipline of self improvement. Tracy emphasizes lifelong learning. He says you should invest at least 1 hour every day in learning, reading, listening, or reflecting. Growth should never stop. As he puts in, the more you learn, the more you earn, and the more confident you become. The power of goal setting. Brian Tracy is known for his mastery of goal setting. He believes discipline begins with clear goals. Without a target, you can't aim your discipline effectively. He gives a simple method. Write down 10 goals you want to achieve in the next year. Choose the one goal that will have the biggest positive impact. Write it on a separate sheet. List actions you must take to achieve it. Work on that goal daily with discipline. This focus gives direction and meaning to your efforts. Discipline turns dreams into goals, goals into plans, and plans into reality. Overcoming procrastination. Procrastination is the biggest enemy of discipline. It steals time, creates guilt, and weakens confidence. Brian Tracy gives the famous advice eat that frog. It means do the hardest, most important task first thing in the morning. Once you conquer that, everything else feels easier. Procrastination is emotional, it comes from fear or discomfort. Discipline is logical, it acts regardless of feelings. Train yourself to start immediately. Momentum will carry you forward. The habit of consistency. Discipline is not about occasional bursts of effort, it's about consistency. Small repeated actions done daily create big results over time. Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. Every 1% daily improvement compounds into transformation. Tracy says, read every day, exercise regularly, save a portion of income, practice gratitude, reflect before sleeping. Each small discipline builds self mastery. Emotional discipline. One of the strongest lessons in the book is mastering emotions. Successful people are calm, focused, and emotionally mature. They don't allow anger, jealousy, or disappointment to control their behavior. They respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. Brian Tracy says, you can't always control what happens to you, but you can control what happens within you. Emotional discipline means choosing peace over chaos, patience over frustration, and focus over distraction. Financial discipline. Tracy believes money success is directly linked to discipline. He gives a simple rule save at least 10% of your income, no matter how small it is. Invest it wisely, avoid unnecessary debt. Wealth grows slowly through consistency, not luck. He says, every dollar you save is a soldier that works for your freedom. Financial freedom is not about earning more, it's about managing better. Health discipline. Your body is the vehicle for your dreams. Without physical health, all successes feels meaningless. Tracy emphasizes eat clean, exercise daily, sleep enough, avoid harmful habits. Health discipline gives energy, clarity, and longevity, the foundation of all other forms of discipline. Your body is the temple of your success. Treat it with respect. The discipline of character. Tracy believes that character is the highest form of discipline. It means doing what is right even when no one is watching. Integrity, honesty, and responsibility are the true marks of greatness. Your reputation is built by what you do when no one is looking. Every act of honesty builds trust in yourself and from others. And trust is the real currency of success, the power of habits. Discipline becomes easier when you turn it into habit. Every habit begins with a decision. If you decide once, I will never miss my morning routine, discipline becomes automatic. Tracy suggests using the 21-day rule. Do one small disciplined act for 21 consecutive days and it becomes a habit. Over time, these habits compound into a disciplined identity. First, you form your habits, then, your habits form you. The mindset of responsibility. Tracy repeats one powerful idea: you are the architect of your destiny. Blaming others or circumstances is emotional slavery. Taking full responsibility gives you power. The moment you say, I'm responsible, your life changes because now you can change anything. That's the ultimate act of discipline, owning your life completely. The rewards of discipline. Brian Tracy promises that discipline may feel hard in the beginning, but it always leads to freedom. He explains three stages of discipline: discomfort, it feels painful to change; habit, it becomes easier with repetition; freedom, it becomes your natural way of living. The undisciplined person lives in regret, the disciplined person lives in peace. Discipline waits on us, regret waits tons. Key lessons from the power of discipline. Discipline is the foundation of all successes. You can predict your future by your daily habits. Clarity and planning give direction to your efforts. Action cures fear. Procrastination feeds it. Control your emotions, they control your results. Persistence beats talent every time. Discipline gives freedom while laziness gives regret. Self respect grows with every disciplined act. Final message. Brian Tracy concludes with one of the most powerful lines: there is one quality that guarantees success in all areas of life: the willingness to discipline yourself. The power of discipline is not just a book, it's a manual for mastery. It reminds you that dreams don't work unless you do, and that the secret to freedom, success, and confidence lies in self control. When you start doing what you should do instead of what you feel like doing, your life changes completely. Discipline turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers, and that's the truth that never fails. The price of discipline is always less than the pain of regret. Choose discipline, choose greatness.